Hi, welcome back to episode 13 of my Volkswagen Crafter van build. I've been really busy these past 2 weeks. I've really done quite a lot on the van. It's now the start of spring, so I really want to start using it soon and see what I actually need and things if I need to change anything as well. I've concentrated on the front section and the electrics. I'll show you what I've done so far, and at the end of the video I'll go through the costing as usual. So these are just little clips of what's to come in this video, but I'm going to start by doing the front interior section, and everything revolves around my dogs. So this is the two areas I'm going to have my dog crates or kennels, whatever you want to call them. I'm using the same 15mm ply with the aluminium corners, which I've showed in the previous videos. So I'm just starting by the layout, and also the next big thing in this van build is the fridge. So everything revolves around the dogs and the fridge. On top of the dog crates I'm going to have like 2 sliding drawers as well, and on the other side I'm going to have 1 big drawer. I may alter these as I maybe in the future install a cooker or a sink. These may be adapted to suit exactly what I need. The good thing about using wood or timber or ply is you can paint it, or you can actually cover it with laminate as well, so that's what I might do in the future, but for now I'm keeping everything as a varnished wood. I got these grills from a local DIY store. I'm not sure what they're for, but they was on the shelf and I thought they would make perfect like cage size for my dogs. Allows maximum visibility and also air. All the edges of the apertures are routed into like a 6mm bevel edge and also sanded, so there's no rough edges, and it also takes the satin varnish better as well. So this is the area on top of the driving position where it's just wasted, so I thought I could make that into a nice big cupboard. So again, I'm going to do it at 15mm ply using the same aluminium edging, just because it gives a nice radius. And then I'm going to put a door on with hinged and some stays on as well. The front section I'm going to leave open for ventilation, as you will see further on this video, because being in a sealed cupboard it might get damp or cold, so I want to like aid maximum ventilation as I can. The actual top section I'm going to have to manufacture some brackets to connect it to the roof rails, just to give that some extra stability. I'm using the same anthracite carpet for the ceiling and on top, just to give it a nice bit of colour and also to match the rest of the interior. These are the 2 brackets I manufactured to secure them to the main structure of the van itself. They're just like 4mm steel brackets I've just made, bent to suit, and drilled some holes in. On either side of the van I'm going to have like big lockers, like up high, with again a oval door to allow access. As this top locker is quite long, this allows me to leave a space so I can install my electric control panels and my bed lift panel as well. I've left the corner section of the cupboards exposed because I need to fit my roof rails first, and that will allow me access to do all the bolts up. These brackets I had to make to allow me to box in just above the sliding door. Get onto my electrics. I've had it all delivered now. This is my solar panel, and that box contains everything I need for my van build. I went to a company called Rain Automotive. They're very helpful. They've got a great website. You just tell them exactly what you want and the actual van you're using, and they will calculate all the fuse ratings. They will calculate wire size, thickness and length you will need. They obviously give you a bit more and recommend what batteries. Obviously that is price, because they're, you know, you can get lithium, AGMs, and that makes a huge difference to the cost. So all I've done was filled out the form. They sent me a spreadsheet which I've filled out exactly what I need and where on the van I need, and they do all the rest for you. As I said, they are extremely helpful, and they've got different types of lights you can use, switching, sockets. So I just made a list of what I need via their website, positioned it on this little Excel spreadsheet, sent it to them, and they sent me a quote. Obviously I added on some extra things, like I needed a power supply for the bed lift, so you can install that in a separate box, and you just give them the amp of the meter, and they will obviously work out fuse ratings for you as well. But there's loads of information on their website, so let's get this all unboxed and see what I've actually got delivered. So everything should be in this box which I need. The 2 batteries that I've asked for have come on a separate delivery. I think they come direct from the manufacturer. So in the box you get everything. Everything's labelled up, all the fuses labelled up, and all the cabling is also got labels to tell you exactly where it goes. It makes it very easy for the complete amateur to install a complete electric system. You don't really have to have much knowledge about loadings, fuse ratings, cable thicknesses, because they do it all for you. And if you add it all up, if you buy all the cabling separately, you're going to buy loads more than you actually need, and it's not that cost effective. This is my solar controller and my DC to DC charger, which I'll be connecting to the van, fuse box. These are the actual brackets for the solar panel on the roof, but I'm going to be mounting it on my roof rack, which I'll be making in a future video. These are my sockets which I've used, and switching. This is my outside socket for my electric hookup when I go to sites. This is probably one of the first things I'll be installing. So this is going to be where I'm going to place my batteries. As you can see, there's a nice little area for both of them. These are 200 amp hour AGM batteries. I haven't gone for the lithium purely because of costs, and I don't think I really need that much power. So my first job is to install this outside socket for electric hookup, or if I want to ever plug in a generator as well if I'm off grid. So I've got to undo this to allow me much easier access to take off that rear panel, because I've got to obviously drill through outside, install the socket, and then fetch a cable through, because this is the area where I'm going to do all my electric system. There you go, that's the outside socket all finished. And then I go back inside and connect it to the consuming unit. This comes all in the same package I got from Rain Automotive, and it's all pre-wired as well, makes it really simple. Okay, so now that's all in, I can get my panel back, but while I've got everything undone, I'm going to install the main actual cable running from the main actual battery that's powered by the alternator to my DC to DC charger. On the Volkswagen Crafters, the battery is in the floor, so you have to take off your tool panel and then you've got to lift the actual, it's like a rubberized flooring, so you have to take that up as well. But first you need to take off a little bit of a plastic trim. There is a tool provided, as you can see. You just have to undo these 3 screws, then the trim comes off, and that will allow you to lift the rubber flooring up. So I've already threaded the cable through and connected it. I just wanted to show you how I done it. So it is underneath the panel, it's connected, it's got an inline fuse, already comes with the kit. So you just connect it to the positive terminal on the Crafter, which there is actually a bolt hole for it, so it makes it really easy. And then that's all secure, and that runs all the way from the front to the back where I keep my main electrics. You don't need to connect the earth here, you connect it to the main actual body of the van, and I've done that nearer to the back of the vehicle where all my van electrics are. So this is it all installed so far. It's not exactly as I would like it, so I decided to change it, because what happened was I had the bear down and the fuse blew, so there was no way of me to get in access to all of my electrics. So what I decided to do is to move everything forward and cut in a door, which you will see. That allows, if anything goes wrong, I've still got access to the electrics. If any fuse blows, that just makes things a lot easier. So I decided to take everything out again. I didn't take any video, I've just took some stills, so I'll show you these. I should have thought about this at the start, but I didn't. So I did remove everything and then really started again, but I just wanted to make an access door and move everything forward for easy visibility as well. So this is the door I made, again using the same black edging and the same wood with a little catch, and that allows me, if the bed's down or the bed's up, I can easily change fuses. I added a little blue light for effect, but I am going to tidy up this, and I'm going to like construct some kind of edging around it just to make it look a little bit neater, and I'll probably find somehow to hide some of those cables, maybe thread them through the back, so all the cables on the back and just the main units and the fuses are showing, and hopefully that'll all be in a future video. And then overnight, once all the lights are down, this blue neon really shows through. So with the Vectron setup, it comes with an app, so everything is controlled and viewed via the app on your phone. Makes things really easy. You can see how much solar's coming in, and also your actual battery levels, and also if you've got electric hookup, you can see how the batteries are also charging. So now, as the power's all on, you can see the LED light on the interior, makes it look really nice and bright. These are to my 2 reading light with USBs on each side. They're just touched. There's a red, I don't know what that's for, I think it makes it more ambient at night. And then these are my other LEDs I'm going to put inside the cupboards as well. I've got to obviously finish the corners off once I connect my roof rack through, because that's where the bolts go. And then I'll tidy all this up as well. I'll probably make some actual carpet panels so it's easy accessible, and also carpet these end panels as well. It just makes everything look neater and warmer. I've connected these stays just to hold the door open when I'm loading and taking things out, and underneath this pelmet I've got an LED light as well. You can see everything's now had a coat of varnish. I've got to give it another coat just to finish it off and just do some little other tiny things as well. These are sockets that I've got in a few places around the van. This is the edging I was talking about earlier, which I think you've seen in the previous video. It just tidies up everything and it makes everything look neater. And I've just acquired this TV rack for my iPad so I can view. Just finishing off bits of trims as well. Just neatens everything up. I've still got to make these two drawers. So this is the ventilation I was talking about earlier. You can see it actually comes as standard in these vans. So it just allows air to like draw up and circulate, because this is where I'm going to keep my actual bedding, so I don't want it to get damp when it's not in use. Still thinking about using the double swivel seat here, just to give you a bit of extra room when I'm parked up. This is the smaller locker on the other side where the sliding door is. I've used the same system as before, using aluminium edging and the black self-adhesive trim. That sticks really well, there's no chance of that coming off. And this is the boxing in, which I've carpeted in the same carpet to match the rest of the van. It's the anthracite grey, and the actual white colour carpet is, I think it's just called smoke grey. I ordered some made to measure dog beds as well, so they've slotted inside, so I hope the dogs will be happy with them. These LED lights are very bright, so I'm thinking about maybe using a dimmer on them as well, just to tone them down a bit, but you can see they are really bright. So I've got power sockets at the end of the van as well. There's a 12-volt one which will be used for the pump to my outdoor electric hot shower. So that's the reason why that's positioned there. Here I'm going to tidy this up. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to edge it, round off the edges, just so it looks a little bit more neater than it is at the moment. Same again on the inside of the small cupboard. I'm just going to make a panel at the top again after I've fitted the roof rails, and maybe carpet it all inside, so it makes it look a little bit neater and a little bit more professional. I've got hold of these couple of hooks I've put on as well to hang your coat up just as you come in. So this little area underneath here is a little gap, so I'm considering making some kind of thing so I can put an umbrella in there. This is the cable carrier I've got to change. This one isn't very good quality, so I've gone for something a little bit more sturdier. So I've still got to install this amongst other things. This is where I'm going to keep my toilet. I've just done a door for now, but I am going to change this. I'm going to make it electric, so it comes out and then goes back in again with a touch of a button. That's my plan anyway. Okay, so that's where I am so far. There's still lots to do in the van, all the little fiddly bits and pieces, like inside the cupboards. I've got to do the roof rack, light bar, outside shower unit I'm going to do. I've got to finish off bits and pieces. I'm thinking of putting in a swivel seat for the double seat just to make the area a bit more bigger, and I'm still considering putting in 2 windows on the back just to let in a bit more light. This video took a bit longer than I thought, so what I do is I do the costings in my next video, which will be probably on the light bar. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.